Welcome. Let's continue our tutorial on the topic algebraic expression. Today we are taking multiplication of binomials. Then we talk of binomial, we are referring to an expression. An expression of what? Two terms. If we have two terms, we know from the previous lesson that a term is what? Separated by either a plus or what? A minus. Or we can say that any mathematical statement that is what? Of a sum, expressed as a sum or a difference of two terms. Expressed as a sum. So for example, 2x plus 1 is a sum of two terms. So this is a two term. So that simply means that is what? A binomial. So a binomial is just what? Expression of two terms, which could be a sum of two terms, or it could be 4y minus what? 7. This is also a binomial, two terms. So under this, what we are going to do is multiplying two binomial. So, for example, we can say we have to multiply 2x plus 1 by 3x plus 1. Multiplication of what? Two binomial. This is a binomial, this is a binomial. Right? Now, if you are to multiply this, we are going to look on the expression. Let's say, let me take a single term, A let's take it as a single term, as in A, B, C, D. What is going to happen is that each element in the first bracket will multiply each element in the second bracket. Each, meaning A will multiply C, the same time multiply what? D. B will multiply C, the same time multiply what? D. As in, A will multiply this, the same A will also what? Multiply what? So A times C, we get your answer. A times D, you get your answer. Then B will also multiply D. B will multiply D. The same time, it will also multiply what? The C. So each element in the first bracket will multiply each element in the second bracket. Or better still, each term in the first bracket multiply each term in the second bracket. So if that is the case, it means here 2x will be multiplying 3x plus 1. This will multiply this, as we can see from there. Then we are going to have, let me write this as a multiplication first. 2x plus 1 times 3x plus 1. We have to multiply. So this is the multiplication. So your 2x will multiply 3x plus 1. Then this will come with each sign into bracket 3x plus 1. We are distributing the term on the second bracket. So first term multiply the two terms in the second bracket. Second term of the first bracket multiply the two terms. So you can see that the terms in the bracket are the same. Alright, so 2 times 3. In the first lesson, we multiply two terms, whereby you multiply the constant together, then you multiply the variables together. In this case, if I multiply x by x, we know x times x will follow the law of what? Indices, meaning the base are the same. So it becomes x exponent 1 plus 1. We are going to use the law of indices. multiplying base of the same kind, you add the exponent. So this is going to be x squared. So before then, there's a 2 and there's a 3. That gives me what? 6x squared. Then our plus will come. This is a constant, 2, 1, 2. Then you add your variable to it. Then 1 will multiply any number to give you the same what? Number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that anytime you are multiplying two binomial, your expressions will become 4 at first before any simplification follow. So 6x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 1, 4 terms. Then I'll look through and see, is there any like terms? Variables of the same kind that have the same power. This is x is the same kind. But are they having the same power? Power of 2, 1, 1. Since the power is 2, I leave that one aside. Power of 1, 1. They become like terms. You can add them. So this is going to be 6x squared as being maintained. Then 2x plus 3x as in 5 book, 3 book plus what? 2 book. That will give you what? 5 books. So in this case, I have 5 of the x. I explained earlier on that the x are just branding, or let's say a color. So this is 2 red balls, 3 red balls, become 5. So we get our 5x, then we have plus 1. So this is become our final answer. We cannot do anything about this. We can only factorize back to get our original question. But this is the final solution we can get. So under multiplication of binomial, all you need to know is that each term in the first bracket multiply each term in the second bracket. I believe it's clear. Good. Let's take another example. Okay, so the first one, we have 2x minus 3. So if we want to solve that, we can have 2x minus 3, x plus 7. We are distributing the 2x. So 2x, x plus 7. Then we distribute minus 3, x plus what? 7. Now, under distributive property also, if there is a negative sign in front of a bracket, or the sign in the bracket what changes, as in this is a positive x, it will become negative x. This is a positive 7, it becomes negative 7, as in expanding it regardless of the number multiplying it. Alright, so from here we have 2x squared, as in x times x, the power increases. So 2x squared plus this, there is no variable here. So the constant multiply the coefficient to give us 14. Then we introduce our bracket, our x back into it. So 14x. So we are done. So here minus 3 times x. So 3x, you can see that negative will come. Saying this is positive, we are going to have negative 3, 7, 21. So we have our 4 terms before we check whether there is a like term to be simplified. X, power of 2, power of 1, power of 1. So this in the middle become a like term. So that gives us 2x 14 minus 3. 14 minus 3. This is just a branding. So 14 green ball minus what? 3 green balls. If we take away 3 green balls, you will left with what? 11. So positive 11x minus what? 21. So this become our final answer. In this case, we have 3 terms. It was originally 4, become 3. We leave it there. Good. Then for the second one, we have our 2x this is the first term, so 2x will be distributed on 2x minus 3y as in the second bracket, then plus 3y also distributed on the second bracket. Good. 2 times 2 will give us what? 4. X times x will increase to become x squared. Then this is going to be 3 times 2 will give us 6. So this is minus. So minus 6. X times y will just be xy. The two terms will multiply together. So 3 times 2 will give us 6. X times y will be xy. 3 times 3. This time negative, so negative 9. Y times y will also give us what? Y exponent what? 2. Because y exponent 1 times y exponent 1 give you y exponent 1 plus 1, which is 2. So now x, there is no x squared term. Y squared, there is no y squared term. But xy, xy, this become a like term. So if these are like term, it become minus 6 plus 6. Minus 6 plus 6. We have a negative 6. Then you have a positive 6. We can rearrange them in this way to become 6 minus 6. This is positive 6, negative 6. So 6 minus 6 give you what? 0. Which means the term in the bracket is in the middle will just be 0. So I'll be left with 4x squared minus what? 9y squared. So this is what you get. You can see that here we have 3 terms. Here we are only down with what? 2 terms. But in the beginning we have our 4 terms as explained in the beginning. So under this is what you get. Good. So under multiplication of binomial, it will be a point as I see 2x, 2x, 3y, 3y. The only difference is what? Minus and plus. And if you look at this, this is square, square. I can break 4 further to give me 2 square. 2 square is 4. So x is square. I can put this into bracket as squared. Then 3 square also give me what? 9. So that become 3x y or what? Square. So to present our answer in a more refined way, we can have 2x all square minus 3y all square. And that will lead us into another term called difference of 2 square. You see, this is a difference, subtraction. This is square 1, square 2. Difference of 2 square. If you have a difference of 2 square, as in a square minus what? B square. This is a difference. This is a square, a square. Difference of the two will produce the term a plus b, as you can see from here. This 2x. Then plus this 3y, which will be b, into bracket. The same bracket is what? 2x, which is our a, now minus what? 3y, which is what? Our b. So this is a difference of 2 square, whereby you have a bracket. The numbers in the bracket or the terms in the bracket are the same. The only difference is the sign in between them. If the sign is different, then your answer is going to be a difference of 2 square. Only the first number square minus the second number square. So keep that in mind when you have a question that involves difference of 2 square. Alright, since we are talking about binomial, 2 binomial. So if I have this, will I also call this 2 binomial? This is a plus b all square. You can see that a square means a number multiplying itself. So this is also can be given to you to simplify or expand. So I'll rewrite this as a plus b in one bracket multiplying itself. Then we have gotten back into multiplication of 2 binomial. Then the idea we have from there, this multiply this, so A plus B, B, A plus B. Even though it was squared in the beginning, it is squared, but we can rewrite that as a product of two brackets. So this will multiply to give us A squared. This and this give us what? AB, BB is what? B squared. B squared, A squared, but this is what? AB, like terms. AB is a branding. So it is 1AB plus 1AB. That becomes 2 of the ABs. So I have A squared, 2AB plus what? B squared. So this is the final answer if I'm asked to expand this or simplify this. Good. So this is what you get. But if you want to get your answer off head, as in, let's say I have 2x plus 1 all squared. Let me use 3. This is also mean what? The bracket multiplying itself. 2x plus 3 in one bracket, 2x plus 3 in another bracket. Then we distribute the 2x according to the second bracket. Then 3 also will be distributed according to the third bracket. But from here, if you want the answer direct, we are going to say that square the first term. Square the first term. So 2x squared become 4x squared. If you square 2x, meaning 2x times 2x become 2, 2, 4. X times x, x squared. Square the first. Then plus twice their product. The product of the numbers in the bracket. Product, meaning 3 times 2x. That gives you what? 6x. Twice that product, meaning 2 times the product of the two numbers. And that will give me 12x. Then square the last. Going to be 3 squared with what? 9. That is if we want the answer. We are solving a question and we get to this stage. We want our answer so quickly. Then we employ this principle. Square the first, twice their product, square the last. Alright, so I think this will be the ways by which a binomial will be multiplied. Take your time. First element or first term in the first bracket, multiply every element in the second bracket. Then the second term also multiply every element. Then that will be for all. Alright, the next episode will be how to simplify. That is how to put addition, subtraction, multiplication, division all together in a single question. And you'll be asked to simplify it. Then we will tackle that one in the next episode. Until then, this still remain Taxonomy Online Mathematics. I'll plead with you to subscribe to the channel if you have not. Subscribe, share, like the video, and comment.